Hi everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel. I have another 12 by 12 layout here where I'll be scrapbooking the photo shown there, and I'm using a craft cardstock as my background. I did this one for a Secret Not Secret Kit Club challenge where we were challenged to use Paige Evans as an inspiration, and I went ahead and used a cut file of all of these scallops from the Paige Evans line of cut files on the Silhouette store. So I went ahead and I backed several sheets of paper. I did some coral colored ones and blue and bluish green teal papers, and I backed all of those with the cut file. What I find best to back those with is the Close to My Heart glue pen. Works fantastic. So next I wanted to add some color to the cardstock, and I'm just using some gesso here. You could use acrylic paint as well. And I found I really like adding the gesso with a roller or a brayer. That way it comes, you add it and it's nice and thin, especially if I'm coating just a white piece of cardstock. I really like using the brayer. It gives enough coverage to hold all of the water and mixed media, but it's not too thick and it doesn't make the page too heavy. Next, I'm coming in with an older roller stamp, just trying to add some texture into that white gesso, and it's just like a polka dot stamp, and I don't remember who made those. They're several years old. So it looks like I'm adding some more gesso, and then I'm going to come back in again and add some more of that stamp with the textured polka dots. It's been a while since I've used like a solid cardstock for my background, so this was fun using the craft, which is really dark for me to be using as a background, but it really felt like it went well with the beach photo that I'm using on this layout. And you'll see when I bring the photo back again that it was right before sunset, and all of the colors in the sunset I tried to bring out with the papers that I used to back the cut file for all of those scalloped pieces. So I'm just drying this up with my heat tool a little bit. It didn't take at all very long to dry because it was a very thin coat, and I really did not get any warping of the paper because it was so thin. So I decided I want to add a little bit more texture to this. So I used a Heidi Swapp silk screen and some of the gold Heidi Swapp paint and just put that through onto the layout. It's just a text stamp, and it says something about beautiful and dreams come true and something of that nature. In the end, unfortunately, I do cover up most of this, so really what the words say doesn't make any difference. It's just I'm really using it to bring in a little bit of that gold, and also just to add another layer of texture to that layout. I didn't want the background to just be visually flat, so adding these different layers with the gesso and then the polka dot, using the polka dot roller, and then adding the scripts with the gold paint really adds to the texture on the layout, and that's what I was looking for. Now I'm going to back the photo, and I didn't want it to be anything too heavy because I just wanted the focus to be on the photo and then those colors that will be added beneath it. So I just used some tracing paper, and I used this gold, it's a real thin paper, and it's a gold metallic, but it's almost a matte finish. And I don't know who makes this paper, but I bought a bunch of it at Tuesday Morning many years ago, and I'm really down to only my last few sheets left. So you can see I've got my photo backed there, and I'm really not going to add anything further to the photo. And I'm thinking this is where, here I am going to line up all of those pieces, all those scalloped pieces. And I'm going to start with the coral colors at the top and then the blues at the bottom, kind of to mimic the blue water going into kind of the colors of the sunset. Once I get those laid out, then I'll start embellishing, but to be honest, this layout is going to have very little embellishment because I didn't want to take away again from the photo. I love using embellishments, but sometimes when you have a photo with soft muted colors like this one does, and such a pretty photo, that this one was taken professionally when we went on a beach vacation back in 2008. Actually, we had a photographer come out to the beach and take family photos, and this is one of them that I'm scrapping. But when you have such a good photo, I don't want your eye to really be taken away with heavy embellishments. So I'm using stuff that is really soft for this layout. Once I had the photo and all of the strips laid out there, I realized that I wasn't going to have enough peeking out from behind the photo. So I'm going back with the gesso, and I'm going to add a little bit more there to the top, and I think even a little bit to the sides of the page. And I'm going to again go back with that roller stamp, and then I'll also go back with the Heidi Swap stencil to get a little bit more of that gold to peek out as well. So I'm hoping you're liking the videos that I'm putting out so far. I am learning a ton with each one that I do. And again, if any of you YouTubers that make videos are watching this, I would love any constructive criticism. You can leave it in the comments, or you can message me. I'm always happy to learn anything that will help me become better at doing this. So the voiceovers to me are the hardest, but I guess that just comes with time. So let's see. Yep, there I am, still adding more paint. And just shortly here, I will start assembling this together. But like I said, it's really not, it's going to be such little embellishing that once I get the photo on the page, there's not going to be too much more coming through. You will see when I do my bottom little cluster that I kind of go off the page. My page is moved down, and I apologize for that. I'm still trying to stay in camera view, but once in a while it just gets away from me. Now you'll notice at the top I added some gold around the corners, and that was just with that gold paint. I just took my finger and just kind of got a little paint on my finger and just pinched it and slid it across around the border of the page, just to bring that gold all the way out to the edge. And then I am going to back the whole layout on a light aqua blue paper that is laying there behind the craft cardstock. And I always tend to want some sort of framing around my page, whether it be strips of paper at the top and the bottom, or whether it be backing it with a cardstock or another solid paper, or striped, diagonal striped are my favorite to use in the background. But for some reason, I just feel like the page floats if I don't have something to stop my eye from going off the page. Sometimes it's as simple as just outlining the whatever paper you're using in black ink. And I learned that from, of course, Mercy Tierra. I feel like she's the queen of the black outline. But Okay, I'm finally assembling. I thought that I had already assembled these scallop pieces, but I probably was just laying them out to see how I wanted them to to lay on the page before I glued them down. Hope everyone had a good scrappy weekend. I actually took part in, well, I tried to, in a Secret Not Secret Kit Club crafting party, and unfortunately I only had a little bit of time on Sunday to participate, but I'm hoping to get some layouts done here over the week. Now that the kids are getting ready to get back in school, maybe I'll have a little bit more time to get some scrapping done. There we go. There's my photo. And as you can see, I layered a clear sticker on the photo. It says, "Oh, darling, let's be adventurous." And that is what I'm going to use as my title. I didn't really know where I would put a title on this page. I could have maybe layered some white letters below the photo, kind of overlapping the scallops. I think that would have been a nice spot for a title. But when I saw that sticker, and it's a clear sticker, I just thought it would be perfect to put up in that blank space of the photo on the left. So that's where I added that. And I don't often put stickers on my photos, but I like how this one turned out there. Usually I end up backing those clear stickers on white cardstock and using them more as an embellishment. Here I am. I'm gonna finally put that craft cardstock onto the aqua colored pattern paper, which I think is a older paper from Dear Lizzie. It's aqua, and then it has a little bit of a newsprint type of script on it that is kind of a distressed look, maybe. You're only gonna see just a little bit of edging of it around the edge, so I didn't bother. Usually I cut out the center to save some of it, but it's a super old paper, and I have plenty of papers in my stash that I need to get used up, so I decided just to use it whole. All right, now I'm going to start adding the embellishments, and you'll see where I put a cream flower coming up. I will start adding that to the layout, and that was a flower from a flower pack from Recollections. And I decided once I got it out that I needed to add some more gold to the layout, and I decided to spray it with the Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine, which I think I only have like literally drips of it left. And then here I'm auditioning this little flamingo sticker, and it's again from that sticker sheet where the title was from, which is from a sticker sheet from Hobby Lobby. And the flamingo, it does not really stand out, but I like it. I like that it doesn't stand out and it just is kind of muted back into the photo, but it does add something additional to that little cluster, because really that's all I'm going to put there is the flower, the flamingo, and then I did die cut a couple of leaves to stick out of the flower there. And then on the bottom, I just created a little square tag, and I used more clear stickers from that sticker sheet, and it says "Love happens every day." And I layered up just a couple of stickers, a glitter heart sticker, a couple cute little emoji stickers from an old sticker pack on the bottom, and that's really, and I did put a doily under there, and that is really all I do to complete this page. It was super simple. I think sometimes when you use a cut file, it really does most of the work for you, and I really like how this turned out. So you'll see some still shots at the end and some close-up shots. If you have any questions about any of the products I've used, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll have another video coming up soon. I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys.